Hello guys and welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the live stream watch along of AC Milan against Palermo. Match I will be kicking off in just about half an hour from now at the San Siro. It's round 31 of the Serie A season, 8 games remaining including this one, and it's really an important game for Milan, of course, as well for Palermo, but more importantly for Milan, a game to get back on track after last weekend's disappointing 1-1 draw against Pescara. But, this time we're playing Palermo, another team that is not doing well at all in the Serie A. As a matter of fact, they're currently battling for relegation, but we'll speak all about that later on. What's important today is that we keep up the pace with the remaining of the teams currently in contention for the Europa League positions. Yesterday we saw Atalanta dropping points against Sassuolo as they played it out to a 1-1 draw. Today there will be Lazio playing Napoli, so that's a very important game as well. There's a big chance that Lazio could be dropping points, and of course Inter is playing Crotone, so that's more of an easier task for them. But like we saw last week against Pescara, nothing is said and done until the final whistle. So there might be a surprise in any Serie A game. And we will be keeping you guys updated as well with that game throughout Milan-Palermo. Just so you guys know exactly where we might be standing in the standings themselves throughout the course of the 90 minutes as the results change. So, speaking about that, let's speak about the game itself. We played Palermo last time. The first time we played them this season, we won 2-1 at their home. It was a very, weird game from what I remember. I remember we had to leave it late for the winner, where Gianluca Lapadula scored with a back heel. But this is just to tell you that, yes, we were playing away, and we always have a bit of trouble against these lower table teams, but honestly speaking, it wasn't the best of performances against Palermo last time around. And even though we won that game, a lot was said. Why do we have to leave it late against these teams? Why aren't we capable of closing these games earlier? And that's really been the case for Milan for many, many years now. We're not capable of closing games, especially against these bottom table teams. I don't know what it is. Maybe lack of concentration, not going full intensity like we saw against Pescara. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely lots of factors that play out for Milan and why we are unable to always get consistent results. Speaking about last game against Pescara, I had mentioned it in the match preview yesterday. To me, it just seemed that we weren't keeping up in our pace. What I'm trying to say here is that we were playing down to Pescara's level. We were very slow, and we really let Pescara impose their game on us, rather than us being the dominating side. This is not how it could happen. This is not how it should happen in the Serie A, especially when we're playing against these bottom table teams. They have no authority against us. We are supposed to be the ones that are dominating. We are supposed to be the ones that have full control on these teams. But then again, somehow we always manage to shit the bed, and we end up just dropping points. Anyways, my point is that today we need to win no matter what. We need the 3 points. This is a vital game for the Europa League. I think everyone knows that, but more than not, next week we are playing against Inter, and going into that game, it might be 1 point difference, or it might be a 3 or 4 point difference, depending on what happens today. That's why this game is so crucial, and next week it's going to be even more crucial as we play a direct competitor. We still have to play Atalanta second time, so there's definitely lots of fixtures that are still up for grabs and could really change the outcome of who makes it and who stays out of next season's Europa League. Now, let's speak about the starting 11 for both of these teams. No changes whatsoever from what I mentioned yesterday in the match preview for Milan. You can read the lineups, by the way, at the bottom of the screen in case you missed out on a name. There's always that scrolling bar at the bottom where you guys could obviously keep up with those lineups or any other information that comes out. So, let's speak about AC Milan. First of all, Donnarumma in net, Calabria, Zapata, Romagnoli, and Di Sciglio in the back four. Kuchka, Jose Sosa, and Pasalic in the midfield. We got Suso, Baca, and Deulofeu up front. So, first of all, like I mentioned yesterday in the preview, Suso's back. That's very positive news. Very, very happy about that. Also, Calabria playing on the right side. I'm happy about that as well. I've stated it several times, I wasn't too fond of him playing on the left side. I think he made many mistakes when he was given that chance on the left side. But on the right, he's been playing better. We saw it last season where he's more comfortable in that role. So we definitely hope that we will see Calabria playing in that type of state again today. Speaking about the center-back partnership, we got Zapata and Romagnoli playing there. Lots of people are probably questioning themselves, why is Montella not playing Paletta? Well, chances are, from what I've read, is that, he wants him rested for the Derby della Madonnina, which is played next week. So that could be the main reason as to why he's not playing in this one. I don't think Zapata and Romagnoli should have big problems against Palermo. They definitely have some threatening players such as Diamanti and Nestorowski, but I personally think that, we shouldn't be having any major problems going on forward in this match. So to me, I don't really mind seeing Zapata and Romagnoli together. Then again, we've seen Zapata play a number of games, especially in 2017, and he's been solid. He's been having some good performances. So I really don't mind him having, a role in these types of games where there's not much of real risk, I guess you could say, going forward. But then again, anything could happen. De Sciglio playing on that left side, no surprises there. I'm actually a bit surprised that he took over Vangioni's position, because Vangioni was playing quite consistently there on that left side, and I think De Sciglio has that upper hand over him now. Antonelli's also on the bench, let's not forget that. So there's a possibility we might be seeing any of those guys during the course of the game. And that's about it for the defense. For the midfield, Kuchka, Jose Sosa, and Pasalic. Spoke about Kuchka a lot yesterday, and I was saying where, he's definitely a good player, very physical, has that presence in the midfield, and I think we need him in that midfield. Going forward, he's also scored quite a number of goals this season, so I'm very happy about that. But, like I was saying, I just wish we had a better player than Kuchka in that midfield. A player where his main traits are playmaking and, contributing defensively as well in that midfield. So I just, wish we had a better all-around player there. But, seriously speaking, I think that Kuchka is definitely a good player to have there. I just hope that he's capable of providing results, not only in that middle, but also going forward from time to time again. Jose Sosa, this is probably the biggest debate that people have been having lately, considering who should be starting in that center midfield role. Who should be that regista? Should it be Jose Sosa? Should it be Locatelli? And a lot of people have really asked me that question over the course of the past few days. To be honest with you, I cannot give you a straightforward answer. And the reason is because Jose Sosa, yes, he's been given the chance time and time again, and he has provided, he has provided results. He has provided assists whenever he's been playing. I'm not saying that he's always been the greatest player on the pitch, but he's been consistent with his performances. He's been delivering. He's been playing quite decent. And I think that Locatelli could be getting some minutes today. Let's not forget that Jose Sosa is also a booking away from missing the Derby della Madonnina next weekend, alongside Deschillo and Passage as well. So they're all a booking away. So we might be seeing, throughout the course of the game, some substitutions made for these players, just to make sure that that Milan has a full squad going into that match. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Expect some changes, but Jose Sosa starting in that middle, I think he deserves a chance. I think he should be given the chance to play this game. I mentioned it several times. Consistency is a major, major deal for me. If you're playing very well, if you're playing good, if you're on a high note, why stop there? You should be given the chance to continue, and that's exactly what we're seeing here with Montella doing with Jose Sosa. Paslic, the goal scorer from last game, he's playing on the left side. No complaints there. He needs a very good performance as well today. Let's hope that he could contribute to the attack. Speaking about the attack, Suso back at Deulofeu. I'm just so glad to see Suso back in that lineup. I think we very much missed him. We missed him dearly. Simply, he's not... we haven't been seeing the same attacking flair since his departure, due to that injury, of course, picked up against Cable a couple of weeks ago. But other than that, it's been a very tough task for Milan going forward. You could see that by the lack of goals that Milan has been scoring since that Cable game. We haven't been able to score more than one goal. And even against Pescara, only one goal in that game. That was pretty embarrassing against the league's worst defense. Today we're playing the league's second worst defense. And with Suso there, I'm expecting more than one goal. I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 goals. Palermo is a very weak defensive side, but that doesn't mean anything because they do have some options, like I mentioned before, going forward with Nestorovsky, Diamanti, and lots of other names. They will be playing with a 3-5-2, by the way. So, very dense midfield. A midfield that could also track back since they have wingers. And I think most of their wingers also play as fullbacks, if I'm not mistaken. So, definitely lots of choices there for Palermo to hit, maybe on the counter, maybe on a set piece. Diamanti, the specialist. We should never underestimate these types of players. Of course, Bacca, speaking about the rest of the attack, he's a guy that's been getting a lot of stick this season. He's been scoring the goals, but he's been invisible. Not there really for the team. He hasn't been really contributing, not really involved in the team's actions. And speaking about last game, he played 60 minutes, whereas Lapadula only played 30. And we saw from the statistics that Lapadula got more touches than Bacca. What does that explain? What does that mean? It means that Lapadula is definitely more involved. He's a player that goes for the ball, searches for the ball, instead of just chilling there, standing, waiting for a pass to be played to him. So I think that's also important to look at. By the way, we just got a donation. Emil, thank you so much for that. I will be adding your name to the scrolling bar below. Speaking of which, if you guys want to donate, like Emil just did, make sure to hit on that super chat button. That is the $sign right where you post a comment. So thank you so much, Emil. Your name will be added later on in this live stream to the scrolling bar below. Now, getting back to where I was, so like I was saying, Lapadula got more touches, was more involved. Bacca, he's getting the goals, needs to be clinical like he's been doing in recent games. Scored against Juventus, scored against Chievo, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, he's been getting the goals, but needs to do more. Needs to be more involved, and I think we could even contribute to even more goals. And I think that's really the reason why we haven't been capable of scoring too many goals this season. We haven't had a striker that's really been involved consistently. Deulofeu on the left side, no words about him. The guy's just been playing, I think, his best possible. He's always contributing to the results. He's always contributing to the attacks. His attacking flair, his speed, his ability to make runs, cross the ball, whatever you want to call it, the guy has been doing it all. And I'm really, really happy about that. Really happy to see Deulofeu contributing to the team like that. And, personally, when I first stepped into the game, to the team, I didn't have too many high expectations regarding him because there's no buyout option on the player. I think all it was for him was to get some playing time, but he proved a lot of us wrong. You know, the guy is actually there, and I say this game in game in and game out. You know, the guy is there to play. The guy is there to, you know, fulfill his tasks. And that to me is very, very important and fundamental to see a player like that with such great will. Let's not forget that we don't even own the player and he's playing like that. To me, that speaks volumes, and this guy has great character. So let me know, guys, what you think about the starting 11. What are your thoughts? I will be reading your comments for the next few minutes, and I really want to know your thoughts on the starting 11. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments section below. As for Palermo, they will be going with Fulignati, Andalkovic, Gonzalez, and Goldaniga in the back three there. They're playing a 3-5-2 like I mentioned before. Rispoli, Enrique, Yayalo, Chochev, and Petzela in the midfield. And Diamanti playing right behind Nestorovsky. So they're actually playing a 3-5-1-1, I guess you could say. But yeah, Diamanti's playing just behind Nestorovsky there. So still, like I mentioned, they are not the best team. They're doing very poorly in the Serie A, but expect them to you know, not give up like this. They are currently 8 points behind Empoli, which is the team in 17th place, the team that's currently safe from relegation. So they have a lot of work to do. They have only won 3 games this season, which is not a lot. When they were playing away from their home ground, they have managed to win only 2 games away from their home ground. So, you know, they have actually won more games away than at home. That's pretty funny to look at. But like I said, anything could happen. We saw it last week against Pescara. I'm not saying it's going to happen again today. I definitely hope that's not the case. This is just to say that anything could happen going forward. In today's game. On that note, guys, I will be reading your comments. Just one more reminder. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with AC Milan. I know I've been lacking on the videos lately. I've been very busy. I haven't been able to get some time to post videos, but rest assured, by the end of the month, there should be more videos coming in. Also, I'm happy the watch-alongs are back because last week, many of you were asking, where's the watch-along? Where's the watch-along? We have problems with the partnership for YouTube. Everything has been resolved. We are now with a new partnership, and finally we can make these type of longer videos again. So very happy about that. So I like to give you guys these updates just so you know what the situation concerning the channel is at the moment. It's always good to have these types of conversations and relations with you guys, just so you know what's happening, so you guys can stay on top of the page. So don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan. Also, make sure to leave a like on the video if you haven't yet. We always like to reach targets. Today's target is to reach 100 likes. Don't forget to share the video as well. Maybe you got friends that are currently not capable of watching the game, you know, and they just want to know what's happening. I will be providing play-by-play commentary as soon as the game starts. We'll keep you guys updated exactly with what's happening. I remember a few guys actually being unable to watch the games, and they tune in here, Rossoneri TV. Maybe they're on their way to work, maybe to school, just to stay updated with what's happening in the game. This is the #1 stop for that. And if you guys are in that situation, if you guys just want to hear, you know, an alternative commentary, this is the place to be. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get into the comments. Let's see what you guys have to say here regarding the starting 11. DRV13 says, my thoughts on the starting 11. I would have started Paletta over Zapata, Antonelli over Discillo, Locatelli over Sosa, and Lapadula over Baca. And I think a lot of people could agree with those choices. But at the same time, let's not forget that that's not always the case. What I mean by this is that many times we see players superior than others, and I completely agree. Personally, I mentioned this maybe thousands of times on Rossoneri TV. I prefer Antonelli than De Sciglio on the left side. I've said this millions of times, and no one's ever going to change my perception on that. Point is, it all depends on what Montella sees in the training sessions. If he sees De Sciglio's doing better than Antonelli in the training sessions, that's the guy that's going to be starting. If he sees a player is more fit to this particular game, because let's not forget, not every player is fit to the opponent. And what I mean by this is that certain times you play opposition that have particular characteristics that, you know, certain players cannot adapt to, or they're not familiar with, or simply they're not good to play against that type of style. And that's why certain times, you know, you have to play other players that could be adapted to that style instead. So yeah, definitely I agree on your thoughts, but that's the situation. Milan fan says, you know, I think Montella should give a chance to Cutrone. Why not? Personally, I don't think it is the time to give this guy a chance. I could understand some of your frustrations. I understand some of you guys want to see some new faces in the team. You guys want to see some new talent. Maybe some players that, you know, haven't been playing a lot or at all this season, and you guys want to see what they're made of. Completely understand that, but at the same time, we are in the most crucial stage of the season, a stage where every little pass, every shot, every goal counts. And personally, I cannot put something like this at risk. That's why maybe if we already had clinched Champions League, or if we had clinched Europa League, that would be the perfect time to field these types of players. But definitely, I see Cutrone with a lot of talent. I would like to see him play in the future. But I don't think it is the right moment to play him, simply for that reason that I mentioned. Lots of you guys speaking about Bacca. Y says Bacca would be great with a strike partner. Milanista also says, I think he is good. I actually watch a couple. Oh, speaking about Cutrone here. He says, I think he's good. I actually watch a couple of Primavera games, and he has scored in every one that I watch. Yes, very prolific goal scorer with lots of goals under his belt. So yeah, definitely a player that could score lots of goals. But to me, it's not really about the transition. It's just about the right time, the right opportunity that a player could get. You know, like we saw with Locatelli, if Montolivo never got injured, the guy was probably never going to be seeing the pitch. So my point, my philosophy on this is that unless something drastic happens, we probably won't be seeing Cutrone at all this season. Or maybe if we have clinched Europa League for some reason in the future games, then that'll be the perfect time to see him. But my perception, my idea of this season is that this race for the Europa League qualification is gonna go down the line till the last day, till the last game. We're seriously not gonna know if we're gonna be making it or not. That's really gonna be based until the last game. Robin Milanovic has some thoughts regarding the defense here. He's saying that Paleta as a slow motion player with the ball, Zapata's better. Haj007 says, why does Montella have no faith in Gomez? He picks Zapata and Paleta before him. Wow. Gomez has been playing a lot this season. I think he has more than 10 appearances, to be honest with you. But Zapata and Paleta have the hierarchy, I guess. They're higher in the hierarchy when choosing, you know, who your starter center backs would be. The only reason Gomez is currently behind those two guys in the depth chart. So that's why he's not really seeing playing time. The only reason why Gomez was actually seeing playing time before was because either Romagnoli was suspended or injured, or Paleta was injured or suspended. That's the reason why he was actually playing. But now that everyone is fit, Paleta, Zapata, Romagnoli, you know, Gomez is going down that hierarchy. That's pretty much the point here. Some more thoughts from you guys. Abdul Rahman says, I would have started Mati Fernandez instead of Pasalic. He plays with more creativity and flair. Well, we saw him score against, was it Fiori? No, it was Genoa. Yeah. So yeah, Mati Fernandez, he was impressing me, but then again, it all goes back to what I said before. It really depends on who we play and how we adapt to each opponent. Aniket says, I was hoping Montella plays a 4-2-4 or a 4-2-3-1 against smaller teams to get more goals and impose the game on them. Hopefully the Trident links up well. That's actually a good point there. Maybe, sorry about that, going with more attacking options could cause more of a attacking sense to the team. But at the same time, let's not forget that we are not the best team defending when defending defensively, you know, when defending counterattacks. So, yes and no. I guess a 4-3-3 is a pretty composed formation. So, let's hope to see that it will work today and we will actually be scoring quite some goals. I can see that the viewer count is going up as well as the likes. So if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and we are just about 5 minutes away from kickoff at the San Siro. Everything should be starting quite soon, actually. Milan, every favorites in this game. They should be winning against 19th place Palermo. We will be keeping you guys updated with everything going on in the game today. Just a few comments on the standings, the current standings. At the moment, Fiorentina tied Sampdoria earlier today, 2-2. That was a crazy game. I was actually watching glimpses of it, and many times, you know, we're looking at the standings, we're looking at what's ahead of us. But let's not forget to also look what's behind us, because Fiorentina is not that far back behind us at the moment. They're actually 2 points behind. Yes, they have a game in hand as we still haven't played our game. But if they had won against Sampdoria, they would have been tied with us. So definitely something to look at. Not only what's going forward here, but also the possibility of seeing Fiorentina pass us in the standings. I definitely hope that that's not the case. But it's also good to take a look at these things. Atalanta tied Sassuolo, for those guys that still don't know about that. Yesterday, 1-1. That was the final result. Inter's playing Crotone today at the same time as us, and we will be keeping you guys updated as well with that match, just to keep you on course with what's happening with the rest of our competitors for that race. And who else is playing? Yes, Lazio's also playing against Napoli. That game will be later on today, though. So, yeah, there's a big possibility that Lazio could also be dropping points today. So, let's see what happens in that game. Lazio's playing at home, though, so it's going to be a bit difficult for Napoli. What's important, though, is to focus on our own game. We have to, you know, just focus on our own game and win it. Get the 3 points and get the job done, because that's what's going to count the most here against Palermo. Let's not repeat the mistake of last week against Pescara. I don't want to see any of that bullshit. I don't want to see any of that slow playing with no idea, no creativity, just unable to do anything. That's really what Milan was last week. It was just so frustrating to watch early in the morning, and I really cannot see the same thing today. And I think a lot of us pretty much agree with that as well. Just a few more comments before the game actually starts. RK Gosh says, Joe, why don't you do more videos these days? I mentioned it about 5-10 minutes ago. Been very, very busy with a lot of things. Just not capable of getting any time to make videos, to be honest with you. Things should be changing by the end of the month, but for now, that's how it's going. Why isn't Antonelli ever playing? It's not like he's still injured. Said that before, not gonna repeat it. Giuliano says, Gio, I met the Primavera in Italy last month. It was very amazing. Nice. Tell me about the experience. Did you get the chance to speak to some players? If you did, who did you speak to? Tell me more about it. I really want to know about that. Who do I see dropping out from the Europa League spots? Oh, that's a tough question at the moment, you know. I think it's just so tight of a race that anything could happen. Dropping out of the Europa League spots, I definitely don't see Lazio dropping out. They're doing a very good job this season. Inter as well, I don't see them dropping out. It's very, very tough, to be honest with you. There's still 8 games remaining. anything could happen. Anything could definitely happen. Atalanta, though, is playing Roma next weekend, so they could be dropping even further points next week. Who knows? But yeah, anything could definitely happen. I cannot just say one team that's going to be dropping out of this Europa League zone because it's very difficult to make a prediction of that sort. What's your predictions? I know a few guys are actually mentioning already their predictions on the comment section. So let me know exactly what your thoughts are on the final score, who you think will score, and so forth. Liban Yusuf says 3-0 for Milan, 2 goals for Suso, 1 goal for Bacca. Milan 2-0 says Aniket. Yeah, I see that as a pretty reasonable scoreline, to be honest. I don't think we'll be scoring many goals. I would also like to see a clean sheet being kept here today because, you know, we haven't really been keeping clean sheets besides that game against Genoa. We have conceded a number of times, and, you know, I think it'll be nice to see a clean sheet today. Also to give a boost in confidence to Donnarumma after that disappointing goal that he let in last game. So, yeah, I definitely want to see a clean sheet, and hopefully we will get a win. The players, by the way, are on the pitch. Game should be starting in just moments. On that note, I will be setting up the scoreboard on my left side. Well, it's on your right side, but I will be setting that up for you guys, just so you guys could keep on track on what point we have reached in the game in case you're not capable of watching it. I will also open up the audio source so you could hear the feedback coming in from the San Siro. As usual, let me know if the volume is too loud, and I will be fixing that for you guys. So I'm just gonna fix that. Give me a few moments. Let me know if the audio is good or if it's too loud in the comment section before. Stoikov is saying 1-1. Nestorovsky to score for Palermo. 2-1 says Sami. 1-0 says Aya. 4-1 says Calvin. So lots of people quite positive about Milan winning today, I guess you could say. So that's always a good sight to watch. I like the positivity in the comment section. Just setting up a few things here, guys, so bear with me. I'm gonna be adding. Gotta go back in the comment section. Don't forget, guys, you can also donate to the channel like Emil did. Your name will be appearing in the lower section of the scroll bar. And all donations are very greatly appreciated. So if you guys want to donate to the channel, help the channel out, this is your chance to do so. If you guys are unable to do that, no problem at all. Just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. And the match is currently underway as the referee blows his whistle. Everything has started at the San Siro. Wishing you guys a very entertaining match today at the San Siro. 3 points are a must. That's what Milan needs to aim for today. Nothing less than 3 points. And I'll be happy really with a positive result today. Also ahead of the Derby della Madonnina, let's not forget, a very important fixture next weekend. Milan needs all the confidence they could get to really give themselves a boost, also mentally, going forward in that game. Calvin says, let's reach 12,400 subscribers today. Let's definitely hope so for that. I miss Mexes, says Edel Figo. Why do you miss Mexes? Did you like his overhead kicks? Is there something in particular that you liked about him? What do you really mean? "7-0 Milan," says Darkside. I think that's a bit too optimistic. Once again, guys, let me know if the audio is too loud or not. I will be able to lower it if it's too loud, if it's okay for you guys. Also, let me know. So I want to know exactly your thoughts on that, just to give you guys the best experience possible. So far, 2 minutes have passed. No chances so far, as you would expect. And I really am really curious to see what kind of approach Milan takes today. Will they be going more of a fast-paced type of approach, or would they be slowing it down to control it? One thing's for sure, I don't want them to slow it down too much, because we've seen exactly that against Pescara, and I saw that we had so many difficulties really creating anything, because Pescara was just so used to playing in that style that really it was all way too easy for them. So we definitely need to up the tempo today and you know, play more of our speed and not really Palermo's pace. That's what I'm trying to say here. Forza Milan from Indonesia, says Muhammad. Greetings to everyone in Indonesia. I know you guys have a really big fan base there. So to all the Indonesians or anyone else in the world, greetings to you guys. Suso now with the ball. Trying to find an opening there. Good idea to pass it to Deulofeu. Ambitious pass though from Pasalic. Tried to find Calabria there. The attempt was no good. Yusuf says, welcome back, Gio, missed you last week. Welcome back, Yusuf. Yeah, last week. Spoke about it before, had some problems with the YouTube partnership, unfortunately. Wasn't capable of doing the live stream watch along, but everything has been fixed, everything is in order. And yeah, we're pretty much back for good. Everything has been resolved, so we're good to go. Adolf Figo says, what's your thoughts on the derby being played Saturday at 12:30 p.m.? Yeah, definitely not happy about that. Also because that means that I would have to wake up super early for that game. The watch along would have to start like at 6 a.m. for me, which is a very, very, very good try there from Deulofeu. Was there a foul? I think there was. Not quite sure what the referee called. Yeah, it's a free kick outside the box. Already a yellow card to Palermo. I think Deulofeu was complaining that he might have been in the box there on that challenge. But it's going to be a free kick from the edge of the box. And yet again, Deulofeu using his speed. Good pass as well there from Bacca. And that's exactly what I was speaking regarding Bacca. You know, maybe tracking a bit more back, receiving the ball, and actually feeding. Even as wingers could be a good option going forward there for Bacca. And that could definitely help the team in many regards. Even in creating chances, that's exactly what we need. We need a striker to be more involved. Deulofeu is much better on the right. Completely agree there, DRV. He's good on both sides, to be honest. But yeah, on the right side, he just uses that pace like no tomorrow. And it's really, really threatening to any opposition that we face. Here's Suso on the free kick. Like I said, right on the edge of the box. Let's see what Suso could do. Let's not forget, it's his first game back after a few games in which he missed through injury. So this is his first game back. Let's see what he could do here on this free kick. Suso takes it. It's in. It's a beauty of a free kick there from Suso. Right, curled it right over the wall, and it's already 1-0 Milan. The start everyone was hoping for. Suso has done it on his first game back, and what an answer there for Suso. Beauty of a goal. The position was very favorable, that's for sure. But I think this really speaks volumes of how much we were missing Suso. It's 1-0 Milan through a beautiful goal from Suso on a free kick. Credit needs to go to Deulofeu as well on that run that earned Milan the free kick. But it's 1-0, and really we couldn't ask for a better start. Let's hope that we continue though with the attacks, because just one goal is not enough, like we've seen several times over the course of the past few years. We need more goals, that's for sure. So 1-0 it is to score. Suso the goal scorer at the 5th minute. 1-0 Milan against Palermo. Another free kick there given to Milan. This is definitely not the start that Palermo wanted, that's for sure. They knew it wasn't going to be an easy task today. But I really don't think that they knew Milan was going to hit them this early. It's a very uphill match for Palermo, a team that has only won 2 games all season round away from home. Not the best of results for them. It's really been a disappointing season altogether for Palermo, as they're facing relegation right in the face this season. And chances are that they will be getting relegated. Currently 8 points behind Empoli, which sit in 17th place. Good enough for salvation in the Serie A. And like I said before, I want Milan to continue attacking. I want them to get more goals. 1 goal is simply not good enough against any opponent, especially in the Serie A. As we know, very tight scorelines could very quickly change in any league, but more specifically in the Serie A, like we've seen a number of times this season. Zapata tried to play Calabria there. He lost the ball, but Milan regained it. It's a throw-in for them. Imagine Suki says you can see Suso position himself a bit on the center instead of the right flank. Shadow striker. Yeah, could definitely be that type of player. You know, he's currently playing on the right, but yeah, both Deulofeu and Suso could even interchange roles at times during the course of the game. Could play a bit more central. We saw them both playing in those types of roles this season, so it shouldn't be anything different today. Yeah, I don't know if he's definitely a shallow striker, but both players could play more centrally as well. I guess they're just free to move around wherever they want up front, and I think that's what really confuses oppositions and defenses time and time again. They just simply don't know what's coming for them. They simply don't know what they could be expecting. But what a way to come back here for Suso after missing a few games there. You know, what a way to give back to the fans that have been missing him for such a long time now. And we're just glad to see Suso back in the lineup. And we're even more glad that he's on the score sheet today. What if Suso was playing against Pescara? Well, I think we can't really look back now. The result has been done. You know, we cannot just say that, what if this happened? What if Bonaventura was playing? What if Suso was playing? The real thing that I always look at is no matter who plays should guarantee you the results. Unfortunately, at Milan, that's not the case. You see a good player, a legend, a real figure in the team missing like Suso, or Bonaventura, for example, you see problems at Milan. That's the thing that I want changed. That's the thing that we cannot do with every time, you know. Just because a guy is missing a couple of games through injury, we cannot suffer from his absence. And we need players that, you know, could play time and time again and could fill in those roles, those gaps that are missing once those important players, those starters are missing. That's my take on it. How many games has he been injured, Suso? Well, he got injured against Chievo. I know he missed the Juventus game. He missed the Genoa game. He missed the Pescara game. Not quite sure if he missed any other games, to be honest with you. I think that's about it. So I think he missed 3 games in total. But definitely so good to have him back. Also ahead of the next week's Derby della Madonnina. Very important to have you know, those pieces back in the team. Christy says, imagine an attack with Bonaventura at the left side, Suso on the right, Deulofeu as a false 9. That would be definitely deadly. That would be definitely very deadly. But I think if Bonaventura could be in that midfield, like if he's back and he could be playing in that midfield there on the left side, and you got Deulofeu, Bacca, Suso up front, that's even more deadly. You know, the more players you add that have such great quality like that, the more deadly your team becomes. What we need though is a player like Bonaventura, very solid player for the right hand side, because at the moment I don't think we have that. Yes, we have Kuchka, very physical, very good player to have in the middle, but you know, I want someone like Bonaventura's qualities to also be playing on the right side of that midfield. Here's another attack from Milan. Still Milan. Here's a foul there committed by Kuchka himself. And the fans don't quite agree with that. Gaming Moldova says, I want to play today. Ocampos, I think today he will score. Well, we'll see if he gets some playing time. He might, if you know we're winning by a large margin. We might be seeing him getting some playing time, but at the moment, expect to see, you know, Deulofeu, Bacca, and Suso playing for the majority of the game. Some very good shielding there from Zapata. No foul called on him. It's all been Milan so far in terms of possession and the chances. Palermo has really created nothing at all so far. Here's a nice pass there from Suso. Could Deulofeu get to it? He tries, but it's going to be a goal kick. The pass is still being appreciated though from the fans, as you can hear the clapping there. Let's see what's happening around the Serie A as we reach the 15th minute mark. Let's see here. Bologna-Roma still 0-0. Cagliari-Torino still 0-0. Crotone-Inter still 0-0. Udinese-Genoa, same scoreline as well. So the only game so far that has seen a goal is the game for Milan. So still 0-0 in all the games. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated of what's happening in Crotone-Inter. Definitely have to keep an eye out for that. Still Milan now with another attack. Paslic tries to feed Bacca. Finds the body in between. It's going to be a throw-in for Milan. Zonke says Deschio, Sosa, Paslic, and Ocampos could be suspended for the game against Inter next week if they get booked. Already mentioned that at the beginning of the live stream. So yeah, those players are all booking away. They all have to be careful today. Ocampos is currently not playing, but Jose Sosa, Paslic, and Deschio all are, so they have to be careful there not to get booked. Deulofeu, meanwhile, getting past a few opponents, and unfortunately he just finds the wall in between. So Palermo regained possession there. Good pass though by Paslic, good idea. Unfortunately not able to fulfill his task there, Deulofeu. And getting back to those names that could be potentially suspended for next week, it's important they you know, have a very cautious approach in this game. Don't go in any silly challenges or anything like that, because we definitely have to have as many players to our disposal next week. Even if these guys are not always starters, we definitely have to have as many players to our disposal next week. Even if these guys are not always starters, we definitely have to have as many players to our disposal next week. you know, they might be very important, fundamental to see even as substitutes. So let's hope those guys stay away from getting a booking today. Vig HD says, why can't Kuchka play CDM and Sosa on the right? He's more defensive than Sosa. Yeah, not quite sure about that. To be honest, yes, he's more defensive, but I think what Montella wants here is a bit of creativity. Offside, by the way, here for Palermo. That's why he wants to play Jose Sosa in the middle instead of Kuchka. He wants a regista, and I honestly don't see Kuchka as a regista playing there in the middle. That's exactly what Montella wants to do. Still 1-0 here in the 17th minute. For those newcomers here on Rossoneri TV, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Rossoneri TV, to stay updated with everything AC Milan. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And you can also donate via the super chat, the $sign there near the live comments, if you guys are interested in leaving a contribution to the channel, if you guys are enjoying the content, or if you guys are long-time supporters of our channel, there's a possibility for you guys to do that as well. Meanwhile, it's 1-0 Crotone against Inter. Falcinelli scored on a penalty shot there. So that's definitely going to be making the Milan fans happy. I don't know if they got the alert yet at the San Siro that Crotone has scored. But that's very, very positive to see, because momentarily Milan is ahead of Inter in the standings. Obviously, still a lot to be played today. And the alert has just arrived here at the San Siro. You can probably hear the loud cheer there from the San Siro supporters. And here's a nice ball here given. It's in! It's in the back of the net. 2-0. Pasalic, the goal scorer. Just like that. It's a double enjoyment here for Milan, as the Milan fans get the alert of Crotone scoring against Inter. And Pasalic has also just doubled Milan's lead here in the 18th minute. 2-0 the scoreline. I think Suso was the man that gave the cross to Pasalic. Gonna have to see a replay of that. Let's see it here. And I definitely think it was beautiful cross. Pinpoint pass there to Pasalic. Had to hit it 2 times in order to find the back of the net. But what a game it's really been here for Suso. A goal and assist in 18 minutes. This is the type of Milan we want to see. 2-0. And definitely a very positive scoreline for Milan. Beautiful start to the game. Exactly what we wanted. And we said it. We want to see Milan score goals today. We don't want to see any more of those games where we only score 1 goal. And we have already seen 2 goals in 18 minutes. Hopefully it's going to be a blowout today, because we really haven't seen Milan blow out any opponents in a very long time. It's going to be a yellow card here though to Pasalic. And that's not what he wanted. He was one of those guys that couldn't get a booking today. So after getting that goal there, after the joy of the goal, Pasalic gets in the referee's book. Chrissy says, Gio, congrats for 12,400. Thank you guys all for subscribing here to the channel. If you aren't yet subscribed, make sure to do so, as you can join here the big Milan community that we have on the channel, the biggest AC Milan community on YouTube. And honestly, I appreciate every single one of you that supports our channel and subscribes, watches our video every time, every week. I know you guys are, so thank you so much for really coming out every single week to support what I do here on Rossoneri TV. So like I said before, Paslic was one of those players that couldn't get the booking today, or he would be missing the game against Inter. You could just see the disappointment there after picking up that booking in his eyes. He knew that he was going to be missing the game against Inter. And that's exactly, unfortunately, what is going to be happening for him. He won't be able to play in the game against the Nerazzurri next weekend. Yet another attack here for Milan. Deulofeu, that has to be a yellow card. That has to be a yellow card here for Palermo. And it is another yellow card here, this time for Gonzalez. Already 2 center backs here for Palermo with a booking. It's really a big feast here at the San Siro today. Milan Lucha says who scored the first goal. Suso scored the first goal. There's also an update in the Crotone Inter game. It's 2-0 Crotone. And you can hear the fans rejoicing again here at the San Siro. And the players must be happy themselves to see that. What a weekend this is so far for Milan. And you can hear the fans screaming Inter merda at the moment. This is what we want to hear at the San Siro. And what an atmosphere it's going to be next week. Really, it's going to be an amazing atmosphere. A game that could really decide a lot of things. And to be honest with you, I haven't heard the San Siro this loud in a very, very long time. And let's not forget, this is a game against Palermo. Not a very big game here, but you could definitely see many fans already in derby mode. Also with the result that Milan currently has, 2-0 over Palermo and 2-0 of Crotone against Inter. Of course, still a long road there for both games, but very happy from what I'm seeing so far today. And this is a really big result as well for Crotone. If they can manage to get a win here, they'll be only 3 points away from Empoli, and that's the team that's currently holding the salvation line to stay in the Serie A next year. Mohammed says, I already subscribed and liked Forza Milan. Thank you for that. Christy says he wants at least a 3-0 Milan scoreline in this first half. I think it's possible. Honestly, I don't see why not. I hope we could score at least 3-4 goals this game because, you know, I want to see goals for Milan. I definitely want to see goals. We haven't been capable to see many goals. Here's a big chance though for Bacca. He completely misses that shot there, and he really wasn't that bothered. Not quite sure if he slipped on the ground. I'm gonna have to see this again. Bacca has been slipping a lot lately whenever he comes to shots. Beautiful idea though for Milan. I think Bacca could have done a lot better. Got a bit anxious there on the face of goal. Maybe rushed his conclusion, but he wasn't that bothered, to be honest, from one of those Palermo defenders. Could have been 3-0 there for Milan. Fortunately, Bacca missed this shot. Chrissy says the sale will happen for my birthday. Though that'll be a great birthday present if it actually does happen. Another beautiful ball here sent. Deulofeu keeps it in. Palermo able to defend this time. P2H says, I can't wait. I'm going to the Milan Derby next week. Forza Milan. Well, lucky you, man. Lucky you. Hope Milan rewards you there with a win. That'll be amazing to see for you. And for us, of course, but more for you since you'll be at the game. "26 minutes gone, 2-0 Milan. Goal scorers, Suso in the 5th minute, Pasalic in the 18th. And Suso has been involved in both goals today. First one he scored, the second one he assisted. Looking at other scores around the league, Roma is currently winning 1-0 against Bologna. Cagliari is winning 1-0 against Torino. Udinese 1-0 against Genoa. Of course, Crotone beating Inter 2-0 as we speak at the 30th minute. And Milan winning their game respectively 2-0 as well. It's going to be offside call here for Deulofeu. Vinny says, is Bacca playing okay? He had a big chance. He had a big chance just moments ago. And he missed it. He pretty much messed it up there. But I haven't seen much from Bacca so far. I like that, you know, he's been tracking back a bit. Maybe playing a bit closer to the midfield at times. Not very often, but we've seen glimpses of that so far today. Still not best from, still not there from like an optimal position though for Bacca. Few questions coming in regarding next summer. Gaming Moldova says, who do you want to come this summer at AC Milan? For example, Benzema, Lacazette. I want Morata to come or Alexis Sanchez. To be honest with you, don't think that any of those players will be coming for various reasons. Most of these guys probably want to play Champions League. I don't think they'll be interested in the Europa League. If the right money arrives, probably, but at the moment, I don't think it's a very likely possibility that we could be seeing any of those players coming in this summer. Do I think Pasalic is worth buying for next season? He seems to be scoring a few goals and performs pretty well each week. He's a good player. I like what he's been doing, scoring goals like you said. He's been playing decent. I wouldn't keep him as a starter. I think we need better players than that. Definitely Bonaventura, once he does come back, will have the priority over Pasalic in that role. But many times I've been speaking about depth, and I think that's exactly what Milan lacks. So a guy like Pasalic could be a very depth player to keep in case things go wrong. So yeah, might be worth to buy him, to be honest. Yusa says Crotone's second goal was actually awesome. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it, to be honest, but I will be taking a look later on. Calvin says Inter have some very tough upcoming matches, including Lazio, Milan, Fiorentina, and Napoli. So they might drop some points now and then. As already said by Gio, Atalanta still face Roma, Juve, and Milan. Well, that's a very good thing there about us compared to the opposition. We have played most of the good sides already. Sure, we still need to play Inter, Atalanta, and Roma. But compared to what you said there, Calvin, with Inter playing against Lazio, Milan, Fiorentina, and Napoli, I think they definitely have the tougher of the schedules, and hopefully they will be dropping a lot of points in those 4 games. Donnarumma there, almost lets the ball go out for a corner. Kicks it out just in time. Pasalic was also seen down and out for a few seconds there, but seems like he's back on his feet. Suso now working his brilliance, but unfortunately, this pass got intercepted by one of the Palermo players. And Palermo lose the ball again. It's really been a very, very tough half hour for Palermo, conceding 2 goals, nothing going forward, no half-decent chances whatsoever so far for them. It's really been a walk in the park for Milan's defense today, especially for Donnarumma. I don't think he even got the chance to grab a ball so far. Chrissy says, Gio, I'm confident we will make it in the Europa League. What are your thoughts? I think we have a very good chance to make it. I mean, compared to other teams, they are definitely well equipped. Atalanta, of course, the surprise of the season. Inter, Lazio, you know, they still have very good teams that could win games at any point. And I said it over and over again, you know, I think it's going to go down to the line. I think it's going to go down until the last 2 games, or maybe the last game, to really see where Milan could end this season. But I'm pretty confident that we should be capable of reaching the Europa League. Safuri says, Gio, Niang for Bacca next season, maybe. I don't think Niang is going to be the likely replacement of Bacca if he does leave. I think we need a very confident, reliable striker. Striker that, you know, we could definitely say that he's a reliable striker, a guy that's going to be getting us goals guaranteed. Niang, good guy to have, but as a starter, as a replacement for Bacca, not quite sure about that. We need something better than that, in my opinion. Especially if we're there to play in the Europa League, we can't just do anything with just Niang. That's my point. El Figo says Musacchio and Kolasinac are already Milan players, according to Pellegatti. Yeah, Pellegatti is a very trustable source, very reliable, but until there's that official confirmation, you know, I'm not going to be saying anything, because how many times have we seen players being linked to the team, and you know, time and time again we have seen reports saying the deal is done, but then at the end of the day, nothing was done. So until that happens, I'm gonna rest with the fact that, you know, they're not Milan players just yet. Saeed says, I'm really enjoying watching Passage playing today. I wish he didn't get that yellow card for AC Milan. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that he did, but like I said, he should have known better. This is not the type of game that we need to see Milan players get bookings. The other players are, of course, Jose Sosa and De Chillo, Ocampos as well. By the way, the first half-decent chance there for Palermo. Very weak header right in the palms of Donnarumma. No trouble at all for the young goalkeeper. And that chance came at the 35th minute. Here's a foul on Bacca. Chrissy says, I think we will finish 5th. Giuliano says, Milan need to win against Inter next week because Atalanta plays against Roma. Yeah, very well said there. Especially these direct clashes with the competitors that we're facing, such as Atalanta and Inter. These are games that we need to win, and these are games that if we win both, for example, I think it's safe to say that we're in the Europa League. Just by winning those 2 games, I think it can make a big difference. Psychologically, mentally, and also factual in the standings, because that's really going to give us a boost in terms of what we are capable of achieving here. Milan still on the attack. Calabria sends in the cross. Finds no man. Still Milan though with the possession. De Chio. Nice pass. Still Milan here. Calabria. Suso. He's definitely going to send one in here. Suso with a couple of fakes. Back to Calabria. Puts in the ball. It's 3-0. Just like that. And who else than Carlos Bacca. Beautiful ball this time by Calabria. What a cross that was. It's all too easy for Milan. And Christie, he's asked for the 3-0. Here it is. Just before halftime. 36 minutes. 3-0 Milan. Goal scorer, Bacca. And really it was all too easy there for Milan. No real pressure whatsoever from the Palermo defense. A good interchange of passes between Suso and Calabria there. Finally, Calabria sends in the cross. Bacca from a few meters makes no mistake. The header is in the back of the net for Milan's third goal of the night. Or day, should I say. And this is exactly what we wanted to see here from Milan today. Not only the thing about winning, but also about scoring many, many goals. And 3 goals in this first half. Let's hope for more in the second. Let's see if Milan could give us a little treat here today. Let's be honest, we're not a very much goal-scoring team. It's very rare that we even see Milan scoring 3 goals in the game, but we have seen that so far in 36 minutes. Jose Sosa there cleaning up the mess. Milan keep the possession. A foul there from Palermo. Things are getting a bit physical now. As you could understand, the frustration is kicking in. Milanista says, this is why I like Calabria more than Abate. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we really have many good crossers as fullbacks. I find that so many times we lack in that department. Besides Antonelli, we don't really have any good fullback crossers. And Calabria is one of those guys that could cross the ball. In the future, I think Calabria would definitely take Abate's place in terms of that right back position. And I said it even before the game, you know, maybe Calabria has a few problems on that left side because he's not really used to that position, but on the right side, he's a whole different player. We saw it last season where he was capable of scoring many goals. He was capable of putting a lot of crosses, having good performances in general, and you know, I definitely hope to see the same from Calabria in the long run. But I could definitely see your point there regarding his comparison with Abate, and I fully agree with that. Way better in crossing and everything else. Abate can't really cross, to be honest. DRV, yes, he has times where he could cross, but more times than not, he always makes those very, you know, predictable runs. Ends up crossing the ball way too far. His crossing is not the worst, I'll be honest with you, but you know, it doesn't compare with Calabria. Calabria is much more accurate and precise in terms of crossing. Defending wise, he could do a good job as well. That's a beautiful run here. Delofeo unfortunately is offside. Good pass though. Milan still attacking, as you can see. They want more goals, and yeah, Delofeo was at least a few meters out in terms of the offside. And let's not forget as well, Calabria was destined to be loaned out to a few teams in the bottom of the table to find more playing time. But his agent and himself had said back in January. Good pressure there from back on the goalkeeper. Yeah, that's a good interception there, Calabria. It's a pass. It's another try there from Suso this time. The goalkeeper's forcing the save, but what a game Calabria and Suso are having there. Everything going right for them on the right hand flank. And this really all originated from Bacca's pressure on the goalkeeper. And we said it time and time again, we don't see Bacca really pressuring the opponents that much, or maybe even the goalkeeper, something that Delofeo will normally do. Another big chance there for Milan. Zapata almost got the fourth there. It's going to be another corner for Milan here. Let's see what happens on this one. Palermo defended. Jose Sosa could also put a bit of pressure there. He does. Zapata now wins the ball there. Good job there from Zapata, working on the ground. It's going to be a throw-in for Palermo in the end, but I like the effort. Definitely like the effort. Yeah, getting back to Bacca there on the point that I was making. Needs to contribute more like that. That's what I want to see from Bacca. Pressuring the goalkeeper, pressuring the defenders into making mistakes. And you saw exactly what happened there with Calabria and Suso. That creates chances. That creates chances that are originated really from the opponent's mistakes. So a bit more of that will be nice from Bacca, just to be more involved in the game itself. The RV says Donnarumma, Calabria, Romagnoli, Antonelli, Jack, Suso, and Lapadula. These are my favorite Milan players. Chrissy says Deschio clearly wants to go to Juve. I don't know if he wants to go to Juve, to be honest. I think it's going to be a very big summer for him though this year. Edel Figo, meanwhile, is giving us updates of the game of Inter against Crotone. He's saying that Andanovic is really making a lot of saves to keep Inter into this game. If I'm not mistaken, it's still 2-0 for Crotone. But, yeah, still a long game, and we have seen Inter making comebacks in the past. Let's hope that's not the case today. But yeah, it's still 2-0 for Crotone as we approach halftime. Speaking about halftime, the Skype line will be open in just a few minutes. You guys can share your thoughts on this first half live on Rossoneri TV. The username to add on Skype is Rossoneri TV altogether. So if you want to voice your opinion on that first half, this is your time to do so. Make sure to add us on Skype. The line will be open in just a few minutes. Or you guys could just contribute by leaving a comment in the comment section. I'll be reading those as well. It's going to be a corner here for Palermo just before the 45th minute mark. The chance there, try there from Palermo, and it's going to be a goal kick for Donnarumma. Well, getting back to some comments that you guys were making there about seeing Cutrone getting a chance, maybe. We might maybe see him getting a chance in this game, now that it's 3-0. And that is the scoreline at halftime. Nothing but claps around the San Siro for this team. Exactly what we want to see from Milan. A very dominating first half display. Palermo, really no chance whatsoever. And this is exactly what we want to see from Milan. Very good position for the Rossoneri to win this match as they're cruising 3-0 here at halftime. So the Skype line is officially opened. Rossoneri TV is a name you guys have to add if you guys want to share your thoughts. And we'll be getting that sorted out for you guys very, very soon. Meanwhile, I'm just updating a few things here on the live stream. So let's get to your comments before you guys give in your calls. Guys, make sure if you do give us a call that your mic is properly working and that there's no interruptions and you guys also have a good connection. It really adds to the experience, and oftentimes I don't want to hang up on people because they have bad connections. So make sure everything is settled before you will call us in. Calvin says, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. If we score more than 4, we would score the most goals in a victory this season. Up till now, we won 4-1 against Empoli and 4-3 in the Sassuolo game. Yeah, that's exactly it. So if we do score more than 4 goals, we would be scoring the most this season. It will be the most goals that we scored this season. So yeah, that will be the case. We need 2 more goals to defeat that record, I guess you could say. Edel Figo says if we score 5, we would match last season's 5-1 hammering of Alessandria and 2015's Milan 5-4 against Parma. Oh my god, I remember that game against Parma. That was a nightmare of a game to watch. I still remember Viscio there making an own goal in the last minute, I think it was. Passed it to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez injured himself on that occasion. What a nightmare of a game it was there. I think it was really at the beginning of the season as well. What a game that was though. 5-4. Just incredible. Gaming Moldova says, do you think that Donnarumma will be sold in future at bigger clubs like Madrid, or he will stay? I think the second player is better at one-on-one with a player. I'm not quite sure what you meant for that comment. I think what you're suggesting is if we do sell Donnarumma, it will be a swap for a player. I'm not quite sure what you meant there, but anything could happen. To be honest with you, we have seen Milan's closing being postponed time and time again. So if that's possible, rest assured, the same thing could be possible regarding Donnarumma getting sold. I definitely hope that it doesn't happen, but there's a possibility in that for sure. There's definitely a possibility. Aniket says, very fluent play by Milan. Palermo are no match. Our bad form is always due to missing players. Now we're in the top gear. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that whenever we are missing a few components, our performances are always lackluster. But that's why I suggest time and time again that our performances must not be in that sense. They must not be in that orientation because, you know, it sucks to say that just because 1 or 2 guys are missing in a particular game, the whole performance changes. Why is that the case? You know, Milan are still supposed to be playing as they are when everyone's there all together. This must not change the way we dictate the game. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't know if it's something regarding mentality. I know things have changed this season for the good. Lots of things have changed. Even though it's not been a drastic difference from previous years, I could see a lot of better things. Yes, we still have a lot of wrongs, but we do show a lot of good things as well now. So that's also something that we have to consider as well. Mark Rosario says, hi Gio, hope you're well, enjoying the game. Hi Mark, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the game as well. Great first half so far. Suso is the carrier. Youssef says, I really like what I'm seeing from Bacca, putting in the pressure, falling back, and doing some nice 1-2s. Fully agree with that. I've seen those characteristics from Bacca as well today, so I'm very, very happy about that. I just hope that he continues down this line. I said it time and time again. This is how he needs to be imposed in this game. This is how he needs to, work his way up. Because just being there, waiting for the ball, doesn't use your full potential. I know this guy's capable of more, and we saw it today. I know he's capable of more, and he says it himself. But saying it and doing it is two different things, and I definitely hope to see Baka being more involved like we saw today so far in that first half. DRV says, Gio, are you a keeper? How tall are you? I'm not the tallest of keepers, to be honest. I'm 5'11". So 5'10", 5'11". So I'm not that tall. But still, I have a pretty good stretch. So I guess that's what really advantages me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Super Kaka 22 says the best thing about this game is that Milan doesn't sit back after the second and third goal. Amen to you. Honestly, I cannot agree more than that on that comment that you made there, Super Kaka. Many times we've seen Milan scoring one goal and then they would sit back, control the game. No, it's a different case today. We are going goal after goal after goal, really giving no chance for Palermo to come back into this game, and that's what I like to see. Now, we are playing Palermo, a team that's not very strong. I completely understand that. But this is the same philosophy that we should have against every opponent. Okay? It's not just the case of us playing against Palermo today. This should be the philosophy against every opponent. We score one, we continue. We score another one, we continue. Just never stop and never give a chance for the opposition to really get back into the game. That's what I'm trying to say here. Hey Blake, how you doing, man? Long time no talk. Glad you're joining here in the live stream. Nelson says, hey, do you think our midfielders could move the ball around better? Most passes are made in our defense. Yes, that is a tendency that we tend to have. Definitely ball distribution could be better. Today I've seen a lot better things. Once again, we're playing Palermo with all due respect. But yeah, I definitely agree with that, you know. The ball movement needs to be a bit better. Definitely needs to be a bit better. Not today, but in general, it needs to be better altogether, because oftentimes we see a lot of movement going through the defense, and then we see like long balls given to our strikers, and those don't always work. So yeah, definitely. Ball movement needs to improve. That's a must. Let's take a look on how we're doing with the likes. Give me a second here. We are currently at 82 likes, guys. So we're just about under 20 away from reaching our target of 100 likes. If you guys haven't yet liked the video, make sure you leave a like. That will definitely help a lot if you guys do. And thank you for everyone that has tuned in today and subscribed to the channel so far. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the support you guys are giving to us. And really, Rossoneri TV is always improving and expanding to more Rossoneri. We want to build this community, as many Rossoneri as possible. So if you are a Milan fan, you want to stay updated with everything going on at the club, this is the place to do so. So make sure you subscribe and stay connected with everything that we do here at Rossoneri TV. Getting into some more of your comments. Hey John, how you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you tuning in. Pasquale is here as well. Wow, a lot of faces, familiar faces are finally back. I haven't spoken to you guys in God knows how long. Opal as well. Everything is good with me, Pasquale. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, John, as well, for tuning in. I haven't spoken to a lot of these guys in a long time. So last weekend we didn't have the watch along for those guys that were unaware, due to several partnership reasons. But we are back in action, and we are back for good. So glad that got fixed. Yusa says, all of our goals have been on the right side. Suso and Calabria. Yes, everything has really been on that right side. So I'm very happy that, you know, a lot of things have been going through that right side. I would like to see things on the left side as well. I think we've seen things through Deulofeu. Paslic as well has been pretty good. I think he created a bit. Definitely what helped him was that goal. But I could definitely tell that the right side has been more influential. But the left side as well has been doing its share. That's for sure. So some people are telling me that we have reached over 100 likes. Wow, that's very great, guys. Thank you so much for helping us reach over 100 likes. That was our objective today. And you guys once again killed it. Absolutely speechless. Thank you so much for that. Also, we are about 40 subscribers away from 12,500, guys. That's incredible. 40 subscribers away. So if you guys haven't yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If we could reach 12,500, that would be amazing today. That would just be amazing. That will make my day. Lagarto27 says, wow, this week has been so weird. First of all, you see Milan winning and destroying a bottom team and Inter's losing 2-0. Is this another reality? Yeah, that's a good question. It really is it. Vig HD says, Milan winning by a large margin at home. Perfect time for Cutrone to come on. Maybe he can score too. That's exactly what I was mentioning near the later stages of that first half, you know. Now that we're winning 3-0, why not give the chance to some guys that haven't really been playing a lot recently, or haven't been playing at all. So yeah, definitely I would give Cutrone a chance to show something today. Hopefully, you know, Montella thinks like that as well. I would definitely like to see him play. Also, maybe to reserve backup for the Derby della Madonnina. My expectations is that a lot of substitutions will be made for the second half, simply because we're in a very comfortable position and we want to preserve some players for next weekend's fixtures. So, yeah, there's good chances that we might be seeing Cutrone. If not, Lapadula will probably come on, but I could definitely see Cutrone coming on sometime in the second half. Which, by the way, we are just moments away from kicking it off. We're still at half time, but we're just moments away from that second half. Let's continue with your comments here. Guys, please refrain from advertising your own channels. I mean, really, if people are interested in what you do, they will just subscribe if they see your content. Especially if you're a very small YouTuber, you know, I understand the frustrations. Trust me, I had them as well. But it's not the way to go, to be honest. Because if people are interested in the content, they will be subscribing. That's for sure. If they're not, then tough luck. You know, you need to put a content out there. You cannot just get subscribers without doing any work. That's for sure. Aniket says, Calabria is one of the best crossers in the league after Candreva. I said this many times. Edin says the next two games are both at the San Siro. Also today we play at home. I think this is good because players won't get flight fatigue on the end of the season. Well, to be honest with you, flight fatigue or not, I mean, Italy is a very small country. In terms of flights, in terms of like half an hour to an hour, these guys could get from all the way to the north, all the way at the bottom. It's really not that bad. But I understand what you're trying to say. At home, we definitely have that home factor that could play a big role. So yeah, definitely see what you're saying there. Gaming says, I'm a really big fan of AC Milan, but when was the last time that AC Milan with many goals? Well, we won against Cavo 3-1. I think that was like last month. We won against Empoli 4-1 this season. But besides that, we really haven't scored so many goals frequently like that. So, yeah, definitely see what you're trying to say there. Giuliano says, please let us win against Inter and then Atalanta must lose against Roma. That would be top. That would be amazing. That would just be honestly the best thing possible. Pasalic will miss the derby. Locatelli should replace him. Elevate actually says, overall this season, who do you think has been our best player? Do not include Donnarumma, as we all know he is amazing. Our best player? Wow. I would have to say Suso if we don't include Donnarumma. I would want to say Deulofeu, but I would probably say Deulofeu has been our best player of the second half of the season. But if I include the whole season in general, yeah, definitely Suso. Suso has just been so instrumental in so many games. Bonaventura as well, but unfortunately, I cannot give him that award because he missed a lot of games this season. So, yeah, definitely if I had to choose, it will go to Suso. The players, by the way, are making their entrance again from the tunnel. So, second half kickoff should be just moments away. Calvin says, quick question, Gio, predicted score tonight for Napoli-Lazio. If Lazio lose and we win, we'll just be 3 points under them. Lazio is playing at home, and I think they will be scoring, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 final score, Napoli to win. That's my prediction on that. Well, the second half is about to get started here. Donnarumma waving to a few fans here as they cheer for him. Lots of kids today at the San Siro. I think there's some sort of promotion or something. We're just seconds away here from second half kickoff. And we are officially underway at the San Siro. Let's hope for a very much like the first half type of performance here in the second half. Let's hope that we could score a few more goals. It would be nice to see 4, even 5 goals today. I think we're very much capable of that. Shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. Was Deulofeu limping? No, I don't think he was limping. I didn't really see him limping or anything like that. Lots of new subscribers, guys, coming in. Thank you so much for subscribing to Rossoneri TV. Really appreciate you guys helping the channel out, supporting us. If you guys are Milan fans and you like what you see here at Rossoneri TV, make sure you hit on that subscribe button. We do these live stream watch-alongs for every single Milan game. And this is a perfect opportunity for those guys that, you know, are not capable of watching the games, or simply not home and they want to know exactly what's happening. We do this exactly for you guys. And also it's a chance to communicate between you guys in the chat room. Lots of you guys show up, talk to each other, and that's exactly what we want to create here at Rossoneri TV. We want to create this sort of environment, this sort of atmosphere that really links up a lot of Rossoneri fans together. I remember when Palermo used to be good, says Thomas. I remember that as well, when he used to have Cavani, Pastore. And another big chance here, Deulofeu. It's going to be a corner for Milan. Deulofeu kind of apologizing himself to the fans there. It was a good try from Deulofeu. Could have been the 4th there early on. I think he's the only guy that's really missing on the score sheet at the moment to complete goals from the attacking trio. Good chance there from Zapata. It's going to be another corner kick here. Here's another cross here for Milan. It's going to be offside. It's an offside call here. Seems like Romagnoli was offside. But good signs in the second half. Milan is attacking, and it seems like they want more goals. This should be the philosophy all the time for Milan. And I think Montella, you know, told the boys, continue, keep going, score more goals. The fans are happy, make them happy, put them in the right mindset ahead of the Derby della Madonnina for next week. So I think the players will want to do exactly that. More goals they score, the more the fans will be happy, that's for sure. Palermo now with a very rare attack. Still very shaky, hesitant in their passes. And just losing meters here for Milan. It's really been an easy task, Milan, today, defensively especially. No real dangers at all for Donnarumma and the back line. This should be a game where Donnarumma could earn a clean sheet. Let's hope that's the case. And this will be a very big mental boost after unfortunately conceding a very weak goal against Pescara last weekend. Chrissy says Deulofeu is going to be a father today, I think. Yeah, some of you guys have been telling me that. I think his wife is expecting a child. So I think if Deulofeu scores, you know what celebration he's going to be doing. The ball under the shirt. But I definitely hope to see Deulofeu scoring. I think he has done so much great work for Milan that he deserves it. As we speak of that, a good chance for Deulofeu himself. It's going to be another corner for Milan as he earns it with his great speedy run. Such a great fast pacey player Deulofeu is. Contributed to so much of our attacks, not only this game but also in the second half of the season. There's a corner for Milan. Defended by Palermo. It's going to be yet another corner on the opposite side this time. It's time for the corner. Let's see what happens here. And it's going to be a goal kick this time. Good effort there from Kuchka. Unfortunately, not able to find the back of the net. Like I said before, we will be keeping you guys updated with the rest of the scores going around in the Serie A. I wonder when the substitutions will be made, to be honest with you guys. I don't think they will be made too late. I think a lot of guys will be getting the chance to play today. Pasalic, he's already been booked, so he will be missing the game regardless against Inter. He could probably play the full 90 minutes today. Maybe some substitutions up front could be made, but I think Montella wants to wait and see what happens before he makes those substitutions. Wants to wait a few minutes to make sure that Palermo are not scoring anything or not making any mistakes. Marcello says Inter still struggling, still 2-0 for Crotone against them, so I'm very happy about that. Let's hope Crotone could hang on to this 2-0 lead that they currently have. We are momentarily ahead of Inter. Two points ahead of Inter. And that's a great result if it holds that way. Ahead of next weekend's Derby della Madonnina. A very crucial match for both of those teams in terms of the Europa League race. It's really going to be an insane atmosphere. And that's going to be an early kickoff, especially for me. It's going to be a very early watch along. It's going to be starting at 6 a.m. for me. And the kickoff is actually at 6:30. Definitely cannot go on that Saturday night. Meanwhile, substitution has been made for Palermo. Salai has been coming on. There's a nice ball here. Bacca! Oh, he just missed it. Inches wide. What a chance there for Bacca to make it 4. And I seriously thought that was going to be a 4th one. Beautiful ball there played in. I'm not quite sure who that was from. But these are chances that Bacca needs to put in the back of the net there. It was a really big opportunity for him to make it 4. He needed to take that chance. Just inches away from the post there, but those are chances that Bacca should be putting in the back of the net. That's for sure. And the pass was from Kuchka, so beautiful pass from him as well. Really, that right side for Milan has been working wonders today. It's really been amazing to see what that right side has accomplished so far. And I have to say, a lot of it has been coming through both Suso and Calabria. It's really been a one-way street for Milan so far this game. No real complaints, no real trouble, nothing at all going here for Palermo. Ciao Robiotto, yeah, 6:30 a.m. here as well in New York. Not looking forward to it. Yeah, definitely not. It's especially for me, it's not that easy to have a watch along that early in the morning, you know. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the supporters, for the fans, and this is exactly what I do it for you guys that are subscribed to the channel. So, you know, it works two ways. You guys show the support, I provide you the content. That's exactly how we have always done things here at Rossoneri TV, and the support has always been just amazing altogether. So that's why Rossoneri TV is still going strong after 4 years. Christy says, Crotone 10 shots, Inter 2. I really don't understand what's happening in that game. A lot of you guys are keeping me updated with a few scenarios that are happening. And Andanovic apparently is saving really a lot of chances. But that's really surprising. That's really, really surprising. Darkside says we're almost at 12,500 subscribers. Let me see how much we're at exactly, just so I could have an indicator here. Wow, we're just two away from 12,500. So that's just amazing if you guys could make it happen. Pretty sure it will happen. Here's another chance for Milan. Still Milan, and unfortunately Palermo regain possession there and clear up the mess. Reynard says, who scored? The first goal was scored by Suso, the second one by Paslic, the third by Carlos Bacca. Chance for Palermo. Cross cleared away. Well done. Still Palermo now. As we approach the 60th minute mark. Easy pickings for Gigio Donnarumma again. Really hasn't been troubled at all today. There's going to be a substitution. Locatelli is set to come on here. And he will be replacing, of course, Jose Sosa. As expected, this was a change that was pretty much inevitable. Let's not forget that Jose Sosa was a booking away from missing the Derby della Madonnina. And I was already predicting to see Locatelli playing in this game, obviously, from yesterday. And I think it's a perfect moment to bring him on. 3-0 scoreline. Still 30 minutes to play. Still 30 minutes to show his worth. So, very good sight to watch here. To see Locatelli getting some minutes. Let's see if he could score another screamer like he did against Sassuolo and Juventus this season. Gaming Moldova says, so close to being in the Europa League, but we need to win the next matches and the spirit that we have today to be sure. And that is for sure, man. For sure. There was a try there from Milan. That should be a foul. The referee says nothing. I think that was a foul in Calabria. But the referee didn't give anything there. Yusuf says, I haven't heard that Palermo's attacking. Are they so stuck or what? They simply haven't been getting any chances at all. All it was so far for them, they've been passing the ball back and forth. Sometimes they were getting close to our net, but they're really not getting much room in terms of in the central position. A lot of the room has been from the sides, and every time the crosses were coming in, they really haven't done anything so far. They all really landed in Gianluigi Donnarumma's hands. And every time they seem to get the ball, it's sooner or later they manage to lose ground, and the ball just gets pushed back and back again. Still Palermo though now. They're attacking more than usual these last moments. And that forces in Donnarumma's first big save. Finally a chance there for Palermo. A big chance at the 60th minute. Good strike from Diamanti. Donnarumma had it all covered though. Really no danger at all for him. Good save. It's going to be a Palermo corner now. Still Palermo on the attack. Cross comes in. And that's just way too wide. Meanwhile, we have passed 12,500 subscribers, guys. Thank you all so much for yet another great milestone there. We're just halfway through of the 12,000. Definitely our next aim is 13,000. Pretty sure we can make it happen by the end of the season, guys. But thank you all really for all the support you've been giving to the channel on a consistent basis. It's been a couple of rough weeks where unfortunately I haven't been able to post much content for you guys due to a very busy schedule. But rest assured, there will be more content nearing the end of the month, early May. I would like to see at least another goal this game for Milan. There's still about 30 minutes time. Plenty of time for to get another goal, that's for sure. We have been getting some decent chances, especially through Bacca. Could have made it 4. Unfortunately, though, he missed the net. Let's take a look at the scores around the Serie A to keep you guys updated with that. It's 2-0 Roma against Bologna, 3-1 Torino against Cagliari, still 2-0 Crotone against Inter, and Udinese pounding Genoa 3-0. Beautiful ball there from De Lufeo to De Sciglio, but that's an absolutely terrible control from Mattia De Sciglio there, and he takes his frustration on one of those advertisement boards as he kicks one. But he needs to do much better there, De Sciglio. Beautiful play from De Lufeo. The control needed to be much better though. Puchka. Still Milan on the attack here. Ball sent in. Suso. Suso. Pasalic. De Lufeo. Meanwhile, some people are informing me that Inter has scored against Crotone. So it's 2-1 for Crotone now. They must hold on to that lead for another 25 minutes or so. But I was predicting Inter to score against Crotone, that's for sure. But let's see what happens. Still lots of time. Inter can still make a comeback. We shouldn't be celebrating just yet. Seems like the tempo have calmed down a bit now. Milan still attacking, but not with full force as they were in that first half. Still like to see some goals though in this game. I think there's still goals in this game, that's for sure. A nice try here, blocked by Palermo's defense. And as we approach the 70th minute mark, we should be expecting some more substitutions. A try there from Palermo to try to surprise Donnarumma, but really there was nothing in the shot. Another substitution coming here for Palermo. Trajkovski coming on. Goldaniga, the booked player for Palermo, coming off. A lot of you guys are watching the Inter game, so keep me updated with that. We'd like to know exactly what's happening in that game. Obviously, there's also Lazio-Napoli later on today. Lots of eyes will be on that game as well. But it is important that Inter drop points today. If they don't lose, I just hope they tie at least. But right now, they're in a very favorable position to lose this game. So let's see what happens. Another chance for Milan. Bacca gets pushed down in the penalty box, but no penalty, says the referee. So another good chance there for Bacca. I think it's time to bring on Lapadula. Maybe with those chances that Bacca's getting, Lapadula could score them. Youssef says, even if Inter draw, we will still overtake them. Oh, here's a big chance for Milan. They need to make it 4. It's a save for Palermo's goalkeeper. Another huge chance there for Milan with Pasalic. He's a bit disappointed with himself as well there. Lots of chances for Milan to score 2-3 goals in the second half. They've been denied by Palermo's goalkeeper. And other times it's just been really poor misses. Especially from Baca there. Who would you guys like to see as a substitution here being made? Which player you think should come on? Which player you think should come off? Let me know in the comment section and give me your reason as to why. There's Palermo on the attack now. Good challenge there from Calabria. A very good performance for him today, both defensively and offensively. Of course, getting that assist on Baca's goal. It is a corner here for Palermo though, so let's see what happens. Good clearance as we reach the 70th minute mark. Deulofeu. It's another attack for Milan. Deulofeu, could he use his speed? Still Deulofeu. Could he get one? It's 4! Deulofeu, the goal scorer at the 70th minute. And here he is. He takes off his shoe. And I'm not quite sure what the celebration is, but it's 4-0. Kisses the shoe. And that's the guy that I wanted to score. And the goal came in. Beautiful run from Deulofeu. It's 4-0. A beauty of a goal. Really no chance for the Palermo goalkeeper to get anything there. And just so smart of a player there, Deulofeu. Kept himself onside, waited for the pass, slowed down the tempo on his run, waited for the right opportunity to take that shot, puts it in the back of the net where the goalkeeper couldn't even reach. 4-0 Milan. Well, there's still 20 or so minutes to go to try to break the record of goals scored this season. By the way, Antonelli is coming on, and Suso's coming off. Lots of applauses here going around the San Siro. Standing ovation for the man. Suso, who has been involved in the first goal with an assist. Sorry, with a goal, and in the second goal with an assist. So Antonelli are replacing Suso. Some gaming time here for Antonelli. Let's not forget, Milan need one more goal to break this season's record of most goals scored for Milan. They have scored 4 goals on 2 other occasions this season. Once against Empoli in a 4-1 win. Another time against Sassuolo in a 4-3 win. Still Milan on the attack now. He's offside, Antonelli. Still 2-1 for Crotone with 15 minutes to go in that game. Definitely paying a very close watch to that game, hoping that Inter lose it. That will put us 2 points ahead of Inter, which is always better than just 1. Big chance there for Palermo meanwhile. Donnarumma comes out strong to grab that ball. So, Crotone need to hang on here for another 15 minutes. Hopefully they can get it done. Still Milan here on the attack. Fortunately there for Antonelli. Yeah, I'm currently happy that, you know, Suso got subbed off, to be honest. Good to see him, you know, getting that rest ahead of next week's game. Also, you know, there's really no point in... Nice attack here from Kuchka. Kuchka tries it himself. It's a save for Palermo's goalkeeper. It's really up for grabs type of game at the moment for Milan. Chances are coming from every angle. And it seems like everyone just wants to score. We even see some back heels in this game, which is actually absolutely amazing to watch. Another yellow card here given to Palermo meanwhile. And it's time for Lapadula to come on. Delufeo is off. He got his goal. And now it's time for Lapadula to get on the score sheet, as he makes his appearance here at the 75th minute. Just over 15 minutes for him to get a goal. And pretty much every attacking player has got on the score sheet today. Delufeo, Baca, Suso as well. And now it's time for Lapadula to hopefully get on the score sheet. All three substitutions have been made for Milan. Jeffrey says, what are the tiebreakers for the league spots? Hi Jeffrey, hope everything is good with you. The tiebreakers go from head to head at the beginning. So it's pretty much head to head, whoever had the better of results between the two teams that are in contention, that's the team that has the upper hand. So for example, we have an advantage over Lazio, as we beat them the first time and then we tied against them. So we have the advantage over them in case we would have to end level on points. I think Lapadula is hungry today to score. He wants to join the party. And that's a very good dispossession. Still Milan here. Could it be 5? It's a big save from Palermo's keeper. Unbelievable there. Antonelli improvising himself as a striker for a second. And what an opportunity it was for him to get on the score sheet. Beautiful pass from Lapadula. Good link up. And like I said, it really looks like a garage league type of game at the moment, where every player is just anywhere. They're really just anywhere. Yusuf says, is Honda really this bad? Antonelli as a midfielder winger instead of Honda. Guys, Honda is a close chapter. I mean, the guy's leaving at the end of the season. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see that he has no spot in this team. And all these substitutions pretty much confirm that. Wouldn't you just love getting paid millions and sitting on the bench like that? What a life, honestly. Well, many people are saying this game is done. And as far as the scoreline goes, I guess we could all agree on that. But Milan will want to beat their record today. And that is for the most goals scored this season. We have scored 4 goals on 3 occasions. We have never scored 5 this season. So let's see if Milan's able to beat that record today. Still 2-1 Crotone in the 88th minute. People are telling me though that Inter is really pounding on them at the moment, and Crotone is just defending as you would be expecting. I just hope that they don't come back here in these last 10 minutes, Inter. What a result that would be for us. Let's not forget that they also lost last week, Inter, against Sampdoria. So if they do drop points again today against Crotone, in terms of a loss, that'll mean 2 straight losses for them. That's definitely not the best scenario to go into the Derby della Madonnina. But it's all playing a big part, positive part in our hands. Milanista says, yeah, honestly, Joe, I think Gon is one of the highest paid players in Milan. Yeah, exactly. It's just incredible. Volcano Game says, will we have chances for the Champions League? Definitely not. The Champions League is out of reach. Let's not forget, it's the top 3 for the Champions League, not the top 4 this season. Palermo still knocking on the doorstep here at Milan. Big header there from Zapata. Good defensive header from the Colombian. It's going to be a corner though for Palermo. Let's see what happens here. So Milan keep this clean sheet. And Donnarumma punches it out. Still Palermo with the possession. Another cross. Milan defended again. Poor foul there on Lapadula this time. Milan Lucha says who scored the 4 goals. First goal was scored by Suso, the second by Pasalic, the third by Baca, and the fourth by Deulofeu. Actually, you know what? Donnarumma scored all 4 goals. I'm gonna just say that, okay? Donnarumma, 4 goals. Capocannoniere. Alex Acosta says, does Milan qualify to the Europa League if they finish in 6th place and if Lazio win the Coppa Italia? Yes. That's a foul once again here. It's going to be another yellow card for Palermo, and it's a red. And there's a sending off here for Palermo. Just a day to forget for them. Losing 4-0, now with a sending off. And really, it cannot be worse than this for them today. A lot of people are saying, what is the lowest position Milan can possibly finish in the table and still qualify for Europe? Sorry if you answered this question already. A big chance there for Milan. I actually missed the attempt. I want to see it again because I was reading the comment. It's going to be a corner here for Milan. I'll get to your question in just a second there, Rossoneri 1899. Palermo on the counter. Kuchka doing a good job to come and break that counter. He regains possession. Milan the attack again now. Can it be 5? Pasalic! No! He's hit the side netting. It could have been 5 for Milan there. What an opportunity. What an opportunity that was for him. But what worked from Kuchka. So to get back to that question, the lowest position Milan can hand is 6th, but if Lazio end in 6th and they win the Coppa Italia, I don't think the 7th place gets it. I'm not quite sure about the whole thing, but I know if Lazio wins it, 6th place will have it. We'll have the spot. But Lazio won't probably win it, honestly speaking. I think Juventus will win. Anyways, the lowest position is 6th for Milan. They cannot get like 7th or anything. Thank you for the comment on the shirt. Appreciate that. Is it still 2-1 there, guys, on the Inter game? Just confirm with me, please. I think we must have had like 25 shots this game, no joke. And still Milan want more. Still on the attack here. Let's not forget that Bacca and Lapadula are playing together now. And many people were always suggesting, why don't we see Bacca and Lapadula playing together? Well, here it is. Nice pass here. So Lapadula, Bacca, Lapadula, Bacca. It's a real exchange between the two now. Lapadula! Lapadula! Was that a penalty? It's gonna be a goal kick. What a play there it was from Lapadula and Bacca. Linking up over and over again. Unfortunately, Lapadula couldn't get his foot there on the ball. But what a run that was. Great possibility for Lapadula to get the 5th. Some penalty appeals from both Bacca. I think it was. I think that was a penalty. Definitely got his foot. But the referee wasn't going to give it. Yeah, Super Kaka, you explained it perfectly. That's exactly it. That's exactly the rule. That's exactly it. He says the rule is that if any of the top 5 wins the Coppa Italia, then the 6th place goes to the Europa League. But if the teams that win the Coppa Italia finish out of the top 5, then they will win the Europa League. They will go to the Europa League. That means if Lazio ends 6th, for example, and they win the Coppa Italia, they are the team that goes to the Europa League. If they stay in the top 5 and they lose the Coppa Italia or they win it, it's gonna go to that 6th place. Here's Bacca, another chance for him. Could he get it? Bacca! Another save there from the Palermo keeper. Another big chance for Bacca. It's really been a show and a half for the Rossoneri today. I think we could have scored 9 goals this game. I'm not even kidding. The amount of chances we had in this game. Some reports still telling me that it's 2-1 Crotone in the 90th minute here, as I'm checking it myself. And I'm just going to tell you guys the identity of the added time for that game in just a few seconds. Probably going to be at least 5 minutes of added time for the Crotone Inter game. Still Palermo, you're on the attack. So there will be 6 minutes of added time in that Inter game. 6 minutes. That's a lot of time there to be added. Anything could still happen in that game as we wait and see the result of that fixture. Lapadula, meanwhile, still on the attack. Tries to find a cheeky cross to back up, but that's the end of the game. 4-0, the final score. It's really been way too easy for Milan today. Lapadula disappointed with himself. He knows he should have got a goal today. He knows he could have got himself on the score sheet and joined the party of the rest of the players. But it's really been an easy fixture all around for Milan. A 4-0 comfortable win right before the Derby della Madonnina, which will be played next week. That is all from me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream watch along. Don't forget that we will be having the match review in just a few minutes on Rossoneri TV. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your notifications are set up so that you don't miss that one out. And that'll be starting in just a few moments. So stay tuned to the channel. 4-0 the final score. Milan. Goal scorer were Suso, Pasalic, Baca, and Delofeo. It's really been an easy game, and it's been a pleasure for me to share it with you today. Thank you for watching. See you in a few minutes. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan!